what has been your most successful failure? And by that, I mean, at the time, it seemed like a devastating loss that you weren't going to be able to recover from, but you were able to take life lessons from it that propelled you to greater success down the road.
Yep, that's actually a really easy question for me to answer. And it is this: being diagnosed with ulcerative colitis and spending a week in hospital, where I had an iron infusion to build up the iron content in my blood, because I had basically was losing way too much blood through this chronic disease. And a nurse coming up to me and saying, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I run my own business, so I'm just doing some work on my computer. My wife picks up my computer tonight, takes it home, and all those email. This is before wireless, and the emails will all be sent out." She said, "Do you realise that anecdotally, ulcerative colitis is caused through stress?" I said, "No, I didn't realise that." She said, "If you de-stress your life, there's a good chance you're going to get better."
Hmm.
I went, "Thank you for that." And as a result, I completely changed how I operated, managed my life, changed my life, and I'm far less stressed.
Nice. So what were some of the changes that you made?
Uh, this may well surprise you and your listeners. I started exercising on a regular basis. Um, I set some goals around exercise. Uh, I I started to go to bed earlier, started to wake up earlier, and just taught myself not to feel guilty about shutting the laptop down and going for a walk. Or if I wanted to, and as you can see, I work from a home office. If I wanted to go downstairs and watch Monday night football, which is Tuesday morning in Australia, if I wanted to do that, I gave myself permission to do that. So they were the big three things: exercise, sleep, and not feel guilty about not working.
And I think that's more common than people want to admit. I know it happened to me. I know by the second year after I opened my business, I was in the worst shape of my life because I sacrificed everything for the business. I would sacrifice my workout time. I would sacrifice my family time. I would sacrifice my shutdown time. And I was in the worst shape. I felt awful. And it was to the point where I would work just because I didn't want to go home because I wasn't putting anything in at home. So home was miserable. So I agree with you. And I think that the better your off switch is, the better your on switch is. Because a lot of times during that off time is when you come up with creative solutions for the things you're dealing with. So I think it's really, really important to have that balance. I like that quite a bit. Thanks for sharing that, Justin.